Alright, so we won the die roll here on our first game, and this hand looks fine. Let's keep it. So we have a turn 1 elf into a turn 2 Dwennan's Elite. Depends on what we're on here, or we're up against. Alright, let's see. So yeah, definitely want to play Dwennan's Elite on turn 2. Thoughtseize. Ooh, we're on a Thoughtseize deck. Okay, so this hand's fine against. They might take the Dwennan's Elite of the Shaman of the pack. Probably the Shaman of the pack. This hand, so we're probably up against some kind of control deck. And this hand does alright if they're trying to 1-for-1 us. So yep, they took the Shaman of the pack. That makes sense. So now we are just going to swing 1 and then play the Dwennan's Elite. And this puts a lot of power across multiple bodies, so that's pretty good. This continues to show, okay, so we're on like a Grixis control deck. So this can be problematic. It's tough to commit to the board here. So I think we can play these Elvish Visionaries with impunity. So probably end up doing that since they can trip into things. But the overcommitting to the board is a little scary because one board wipe and then we are just no pressure, no cards in hand. So let's go ahead and play these and see what we get. Yep, 2 dorks. So what would be good here? Obviously one of the big spells, a Court of Callings, seems like it would be great. A Collected Company would be great. Nico Bolas, the Ravager. Alright, so it looks like, let's see what we got. A Dreadbore on a Dwennan's Elite. That's pretty good. That is the kind of trade-off we want. And I wonder if they dreadboard the Dwennan's Elite, that we can just play another Dwennan's Elite, because that maybe signals that they don't have a board wipe. Probably not, but probably it doesn't signal anything. But we're just going to keep these other 2 elves in hand because right now I don't think it really changes any of the math, and we don't want to be just completely empty-handed. So them cycling the sensor is actually very good. But then also, yeah, Jace is flipped, so we might see a flashback Dreadbore. Nope, we have a tick up on Dwennan's Elite. Well, that's a good sign, but then again, we are still going kind of slow here. And we can't kill Jace. I think we're supposed to ignore him, because right now they are so close to, their life total so low that we need to just focus on taking them down. And just oh, I attacked Jace. Okay, well, that was an accident. Damn. So that is unfortunate. I'm just gonna play out one of these. Yeah, I must have clicked to attack Jace instead of attacking our opponent. Well, they're still on like a board wipe or bust situation, and now they can't flash things back with Jace. Drown in the Lock on a Llanowar Elves. That is just fine. Sure. Looks like we are still out of board wipe range, which is, or they don't have a board wipe, which is great. So What do we have here? Dig through time. I mean, if they don't have a board wipe yet, they're gonna have it next turn. So this is really unfortunate because we probably could have had lethal if we actually attacked them. Like they would have had to actually have answered the board this turn, which they obviously, I guess they can't. So I mean, they might be able to play a land and then play some kind of board wipe, but yep, take my Elvish Mystic. Alright, so Shaman of the Pack wins it on the spot. Clan Color wins it on the spot. Alright, cool. So we won. Alright. Well, we didn't lose because of our silly attack, luckily. Alright, so let's go to the next game. Now, this continues to show what I'm talking about, where board wipes are so painful against us. So we're bringing in a lot. So we want the 4 Thoughtseas. We want the Heroic Interventions. We want the Shaper Sanctuary because they're going to be 1-for-1ing us. And then Scavenging Ooze because they're doing a lot of graveyard stuff. It's not necessarily like make or break to have to deal with their graveyard, but this is a good value creature that can get big and it needs to be dealt with. So I am going to bring it in. We're going to take out the Gnarlroot Trappers because I don't think they do much. We want to have a good density of really strong creatures. The Visionaries I think we're just going to take out. They do draw us a card and they're like pretty free to cast, but we do need to make some tough cuts. Let's see. I think Court of Calling might need to come out. I'm not 100% sure on how to sideboard here. I think we want to keep our creature threats dense, and we don't need these chords. Although it might be nice to have that over something like. No, I think this is fine. I think we'll go like this. Collected Company will be our card advantage engine. So this is a really awkward hand because we don't have a turn 1 play, and then we could play a Dwennan's Elite on turn 2, but then not get a token, so we'd end up playing a Clan Caller in turn. So it's a functional hand. It's just slow, and the opponent is on a mulligan. So I think I'm going to keep it, and maybe we'll just draw into a dork, and this hand will be wonderful. But yeah, right now it's kind of awkward. Alright, so they play a Fabled Passage, and we, did not get what we wanted. That's alright. So this means we're probably going to end up playing a Clan Caller. It's going to take us a while to get some. Ooh. Wouldn't this be nice on turn 1 to do something with our mana? So Shaper Sanctuary seems real good. God, I think I'm going to just put Shaper Sanctuary out on the field just because I think we can safely assume that we are settling in for the long game here. And having that out while they try to 1-for-1 us in some form is going to be very helpful. We just had such a slow start, and being on the draw that I think we can safely assume that we are going to be playing a kind of long game or just losing. And that's not a bad draw. So I can cast this and then cast a Dwennan's Elite, and then we could, if they don't counter this, we're going to get some really good value. And then if they want to kill the Llanowar Elves in response, we draw a card. Yeah, seems pretty good. Might just get wiped here. Kalitas, yeah, that's pretty good. Cletus is very good. So I can play Rishkar into Clan Caller and then swing for 4 with the Dwennan's Elite. That seems fine. Yeah. So I'm going to put one of these on the Dwennan's Elite and the Elf Warrior. Putting the counter on the Elf Warrior means that I can tap it for mana this turn, and then I can swing with Dwennan's Elite for 4. Alright, we're in fear of board wipe range though, is the problem. Like, if I were the opponent, sacrificing this Kalitas for wiping the entire board is just fine with me. Thoughtseize is pretty rough. They took the Dwennan's Elite. Interesting. Maybe they've got like an Anger right now? Anger of the Gods? Yep. Alright, well that is very unfortunate. Yeah, that's probably worst case scenario right there. Let's see. So I think we just play out the Clan Caller. Yep, that's pretty bad. So we're very likely not going to win this game, but we'll see. We'll continue to play it out here. We just had such an awkward start. Yeah, Thoughtseizes. This is how you want to do it. And Kolaghan's Command, Shaper Sanctuary, trigger. Steely Champion is pretty good, but then I get to discard it. Yeah, we can safely say that we've lost this game. Let's just go to the next one. So do we want to change anything? I don't think so. Assassin's Trophy might be fine, just to, if we find that we're against Kalitas or something, like, it's something we can deal with. Do we not want any of the other things? I don't know, this is kind of a rough... maybe we take out an, like a Llanowar Elf and... yeah, I don't know. It's Heroic Intervention. Let's see. We'll just put in one Assassin's Trophy. I honestly don't know. I feel like maybe we just are not supposed to worry about Cletus. It's like either he resolves and we are outpacing them, or we just don't try to deal with them. So our opponent's on a mulligan to 5, so hopefully that bodes well for us. I mean, we have a turn 2 Steel Leaf Champion here that if they can't answer will be very problematic. And this Heroic Intervention if they don't steal it. Now a Thoughtseize here would be pretty rough because then we don't have any real threats, but nope, we dodged it luckily. Yep. Collect Company, that is great. That is great. Alright. And now we can kind of... okay, so they're going to steal Collected Company here, which makes sense. We're going to have Heroic Intervention to kind of protect the Steel Leaf Champion. We're kind of all in on this Steel Leaf Champion here. Oh, they took the Heroic Intervention. Interesting. So they're planning on killing our stuff. They're planning on a board wipe, maybe? I'm not sure. That's really interesting. Yeah, I think we just leave up Collected Company. If they try to wipe some stuff, we're going to cast Collected Company. Do we cast it here? So we can cast it with impunity. Right? Not really many things that they counter. They can counter us with one blue. Yeah, we could cast it now and then like really put on the pressure. We could swing for 6. So if we hit a Shaman of the Pack, they're very close to dead. And because of that, I think I'm fine with casting this now. Wow, that is perfect. Yeah, that's very good. Yep, okay, so we got it. A great collected company. Surprised that they took that over Heroic Intervention. I guess it depends on whatever their hand was, but yeah, that was a good collected company. Alright, so we're 1-0 and we'll go to the next one.